In this video I'll be looking at decorators. So decorators remind me of Russian nesting dolls, as they work as wrappers by modifying functionality before and after a target function execution without actually changing the original function. So before we get into writing decorators, what you need to know is that we can assign functions to variables, we can define functions within another function, and functions can pass and return other functions. So let's say we have user details, and we also have simple get details function, which just gives back the user details. Now every time this function is called, we want to give back details only if the user is authenticated correctly, and we can do that using the decorator. So let's create our decorator. We'll call it authenticate. So authenticate. Now in our decorator we want to pass it the function that we want to wrap, and then using that function we want to create the wrapped function which will be passed to the user. So let's create that. So def func wrapper. Since the function that we're wrapping takes in a parameter user, the wrapped function will also take in a parameter user, which we will be passing down to the get details function. Now before giving the details we want to authenticate the user, so let's do name equals and then taking a user input, and we'll ask the user what their mother's maiden name is. We want to get rid of any extra spaces on either side of the input, so let's do strip, and we also don't care about the case, so let's do lower here. Now once we have the input, let's check if it's correct. So name equal against the user details, so user and then mother maiden name, and again we don't care about the case, so let's do lower here as well. And if it's true, we want to return the user details using the function that's been passed through, so let's do func and then pass in the user as well. If the user didn't pass validation, we want to return a string access denied, and now this decorator will return the wrapped function, so func underscore wrapper. Let's create our decorated function, which equals decorator, so authenticate, and we pass it the function that we want to decorate, so the get underscore details. And now if we use the decorated function like we would the get details, so decorated, and then we pass it example user. If we save that and give that a run, so Python decorators py, it's asking for the mother's maiden name, and we'll pass it the correct answer, so Paris, and it gives us the details. And now if we pass an incorrect answer, it gives us access denied. Now this syntax to create a decorated function isn't that great, and the good thing is Python actually provides us with the decorator syntax that makes it a lot more neater. So we can decorate the get details function by doing the @tag followed by the decorator name, so authenticate. So now if we print and we actually use get details and pass in example user, save that and give that a run. So it's asking for a maiden name, so if we give it an incorrect one this time, we get access denied. And if we run that again and this time give it a correct one, it gives us the information. So that's how you can create and use decorators to modify functionality before and after a particular function. In this case we had the get details function. I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next video.